Hey, have you ever been stuck trying to figure out which map provider to use for your website? You are definitely not alone. Today, we're diving into a big one, the heavyweight champion, Google Maps, versus the community-powered challenger, OpenStreetMap. Let's figure out which one is the right fit for you. And if you're wrestling with this decision, you are in very good company. Just to put it in perspective, we're talking about over 200,000 websites using just one plugin that have faced this exact same choice. That is a whole lot of people trying to get this right. So, you're at a fork in the road. Which path do you take? And this isn't just about slapping a map onto a page. Nope. This is about choosing the right foundation for your project, your budget, and what you actually need to do. And believe me, it's a decision that can make a huge difference. All right, so in one corner, we have the industry giant, Google Maps. You know it, you've used it. And in the other corner, the scrappy community challenger, OpenStreetMap. Let's meet them both. Think of it this way. Google Maps is kind of like that luxury, all-inclusive resort. You get everything you could possibly dream of. All the fancy features, the polish, the professional support, it's all there. OpenStreetMap, on the other hand, is like a super cool community-run hostel. It's free, it's efficient, and it's built by people who are just passionate about mapping. Okay, time to put them side by side. Let's get into the nitty-gritty and break down the things that will actually matter when you're making your choice. Okay, let's take a look at this table. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the API key row. That's the first thing that just jumps out. With Google Maps, you have to have a key, and you have to set up billing, even to use the free tier. With OpenStreetMap, nope, nothing. And then look down at pricing. Google gives you a free amount, but it can get pricey fast if you have a lot of visitors. OpenStreetMap, free, forever. I mean, that's a huge deal right there. So with all that in mind, how do you actually make the call? It's not about which one is better in general. It's all about which one is better for you and your specific project. So when should you go with the giant? When is Google Maps the right move? Well, it really comes down to whether you need that premium commercial-grade firepower. Look, the big draw with Google Maps is its power and polish. It's undeniable. You get incredible accuracy, amazing features like Street View, and really solid developer support. So if you're, say, a real estate site that needs detailed neighborhood views, it's a fantastic choice. And it's a big but, you have to give them your credit card. And if your website gets really popular, you could suddenly find yourself with a pretty big bill. All right, so what about that other path? When does it make sense to go with OpenStreetMap? The huge wins for OpenStreetMap are simplicity and cost. It's completely free, no asterisks, no hidden fees. Plus, there's no complicated setup with billing or API keys. It's also lightweight, super fast, and respects your users' privacy. The trade-off, of course, is that you don't get all those fancy features right out of the box. So if you're just a local cafe showing your location, it's perfect. You can add more features, sure, but it might take a little extra work. So, the crucial point is this. It's a classic trade-off between features and cost. If you need all the bells and whistles, we're talking driving directions, advanced styling, the whole shebang, then Google Maps is the way to go. But if you just need a simple, free, fast, and private map to show a few spots, then OpenStreetMap is the hands-down winner. It's that simple. And you know, here's the best part. Once you've actually made your choice, getting it set up is super easy. You are not going to get lost in some technical maze, I promise. For example, if you happen to be using the WP Maps Pro plugin, it is literally as easy as it looks on this slide. We're talking 4 clicks. Go to Settings, find Map Provider, pick your choice from the dropdown, and hit Save. And that's it. You're done. And check this out. This might be the best news of all. You are not locked in. You can switch back and forth between Google Maps and OpenStreetMap whenever you feel like it, and all of your map data stays perfectly safe. So there is absolutely no risk in trying one out to see how it fits. So there we have it. We've looked at both contenders, we've weighed the pros and cons, and we've seen just how easy it is to get started. Now let's just wrap this all up. At the end of the day, the choice is totally yours. Whether you need the raw power of Google Maps or the beautiful simplicity of OpenStreetMap, you now have everything you need to make the right call for your project. So, the only question left is, which map will power your project?